I want to show you guys this clip from Joe Biden because now we're gonna have the debate about Ukraine really start, and that's why it's not good for the establishment because the establishment lost around 1/3 of the support for Ukraine since the start of the conflict before the election public debate really began. Before you had the exchange between Trump and Biden on this issue, now you have Biden that's going to be forced to comment on this issue. And we know Biden is only going to make the case for his side even worse. But this slip right here, last year, there was this clip. Was it 2021 of George W. Bush, where he condemned Vladimir Putin for his illegal invasion of Iraq, and I joked at the time that the souls of the millions and millions of people they killed in this place of Iraq is eating their conscience. And apparently that's true because I want to show you guys. This is Joe Biden, who has this, who's have a very interesting thing to say about Putin here.
It's hard to tell, but he's clearly losing the war in Iraq. He's losing the war at home, and he is.
He's losing the war where? He's losing the war where?
It's hard to tell, but he's clearly losing the war in Iraq. He's losing.
These people who were responsible, Biden was one of the people that helped manufacture consent for the war in Iraq. This shit is eating them alive. And they know that this is a foreign policy L that's going to be on the record for the rest of their life, no matter how much the West can manufacture consent. Lee Gardner, you guys see this clip? What was your guys' reaction to this?
Yeah, it's I think a great Freudian slip, and like you said, Bush did the same thing where he called it the illegal invasion, Putin's illegal invasion of Iraq, and yeah, it's you know. These people, their minds are they can't keep, you know, they're destroying so many countries at once that it's tough to keep them all straight.
Yeah, and the other thing about it is too, when you look at the incompetence, when you look at the cognitive impairment of Joe Biden right now, one thing becomes clear. And you look at who they have second in charge, Kamala Harris, the only person whose brain probably is less functioning than Joe Biden is Kamala Harris, and she doesn't even have the excuse of age. But when you look at it, here's the reality that it brings out. And look at the other kind of leaders that these other puppet leaders, Rishi Sunak, who is just like the brown guy holding a seat until they find another Anglo-Saxon person to put in charge of Britain, which he's not really in charge of Britain. Here's my whole point. You could have a cardboard cutout of Joe Biden. Now it's obvious they want the most incompetent person that they can possibly have to give the appearance of being in power so that the people behind them can tell them what to do and they can say yes. Biden's embarrassing them a little bit, and Harris would embarrass them even worse, so they can't put her. But they'd be happy to have Pete Buttigieg, whoever it is, that would get out and parrot the deep state or the corporate narrative and take the heat. When people didn't like what happened, they could point to this leader and say, it's this particular leader. It's not any particular leaders. This strange religion of neoliberal capitalism and neoconservatism runs from Biden to Bush to Trump to Obama. It's the same thing. They're just putting different actors in front of us. And, you know, actually in Ukraine, if you think about it, it's perfect. They got an actual actor.
Yeah,
that's what they should just get like another actor, get whoever, somebody from Hollywood and stick them in there as the president and move on. It would serve the same purpose.
This is what I was kind of referring to earlier. Like, it's so clear that this guy is not making the final decisions on anything. It's like it seems like everything is more like comical. Like it's this, nobody can believe this. There's no way. That's what it feels like to me. It's a very
and that's why they love having people like Biden and even Trump there to have someone to blame it on. And what you just laid out, Garland, is also the same contact that they used to justify their wars. Instead of explaining that Putin has the support of the vast majority of Russian politicians, the Russian people, approval ratings around 75 to 80%, because a lot of people acknowledge the threat of neo-Nazis in Ukraine. They say it's Putin's war. Putin is a madman. You guys see how their strategy, they want everything to be reduced to characters, comic book villains and heroes. So instead of explaining Russians' concerns over their security in Ukraine, and why a lot of people in Russia agree with him. They may seem like Russia is is ran by an evil tyrant because it's easy to get people to just think of things in black and white. Joe Biden the good guy, Vladimir Putin is the good guy. So it's a very important tactic of theirs. So I'm gonna show you guys the other. If you guys don't remember, this is the other fraudulent slip I found hilarious.
Russia otherwise eliminated from participating in the electoral process. The result is an absence of checks and balances in Russia and the decision of one man to launch a wholly unjustified and brutal invasion of of Ukraine. Iraq. Anyway.
They know what they did wrong. And that's why when Joe Biden talk about the loss line, right? And then you have George W. Bush has this. I think we're going to see a lot more over the next coming years